Sneaks, we made hard work of it, but through to the final.
Yeah, we did. I think the service is it looks all right. I think it is quite hard to play on. We just made it very, very hard for ourselves. Thought we kept the ball quite well, but then gave it away. In very, very bad areas. I think they probably had the best chance in the first half. I think we were just trying to hit the ball out of the velodrome. The amount of times that we shot from outside the box didn't really create anything clear cut. We said at half time that we need to get in behind them. Can't just always play in front of them, because we couldn't get through them. Second half, more of the same. I think they were trying to hold out, for the 1-0 lead that they taken. And Austin pops up, in the last minute with something that we had been hammering on about, at half time. Just get the balls wide. I think both our wide men kept coming inside, and they condensed the centre of the pitch, so there was just no space to play, and just kept breaking down. And yeah, just a very frustrating evening, and then Austin pops up with a goal. Great run across the first post. Another thing that we keep on hammering on about in training, and we do a lot of, which we don't do enough of. So yeah, we're into a final. That's what we set out to do. How we do it, I would have liked to have played a lot better and win, by a bigger margin. But we got there in the end, even though it was tough.
And Scott made a few brilliant saves in the shootout as well.
Yeah, he did. Their keeper as well. When they went 2-1 up, and you think, well, this is it. Then Scott, he popped up and played well, played his part. He's someone who's cool as a cucumber, and you can play out from the back with him. But on a pitch like this, it's tough. But both teams have to play on it. They're probably used to it a little bit more. I thought they gave us a hard time. It just shows that the difference between step 2, step 1, step 4 on the night, isn't that big. You know what I mean? As a one-off game, if you make it hard for the opposition, it's really, really tight. And they did tonight. They're trying to defend a 1-0 win, a 1-0 advantage, and Austin popped up for the second time in cup games to rescue us.